Hey Sugar Snaps, welcome to the Textile Indie YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany. Welcome in. If you're an old friend, welcome back. And welcome to Vlogmas, our holiday collection of crafts and techniques. In this video, I wanted to share a snowflake tutorial. I'm going to share the tutorial, which is actually a video I did several years back. And then I'm going to share a couple different versions and show you how you can use the same steps, just including multiple different pieces or different colors to create different effects. So I hope you enjoy. Let's dive in and make some snowflakes. I'm going to be doing a colorful snowflake, so I'm going to cut 10 stakes from color and 10 stakes from natural reed. And you want these to be 16 inches long, so 20 stakes total, 16 inches long from your 1/2 inch wide flat reed. I line up the end of the measuring tape with the end of a piece of reed and then cut it at 16 inches. You'll want to mark a center point on each of your stakes with a pencil. So at the 8-inch mark, put a little pencil mark so that you can see that center point on each stake. Go ahead and cut 10 from your dyed reed and 10 from the natural reed, and then we'll start to weave them up. As you cut your stakes, put them in a bin of water. They don't need to soak for very long, but it's handy to keep them in the water so that you can keep them out of your way. I cut and stick them in the water as I go. Once all your stakes are cut, go ahead and set up your work surface for weaving. I typically lay out a towel of some sort in my workstation, and this catches any drips from the stakes that I'm working with. Pull out some of the damp stakes. We're going to start with a colorful stake alternating with a natural colored stake, and you can use your spoke weight here to hold these in place as you lay them down, or lay them down and then put your spoke weight on top. So I'm alternating dyed, natural, dyed, another natural, and then dyed. So 5 stakes total for this first section of the snowflake, and then we're going to weave 5 perpendicular to these. Your center stake will be a colored reed again, or dyed reed. So put that into the center, lining it up with your center marks, and then alternate with a natural color reed. And the weave is over, under, opposite of the previous row that you've woven. You'll do 2 stakes on either side of the center reed. So I have the 2 stakes here. I'm going to move my spoke weight so that it holds the stakes in place, and then weave a natural reed on the other side of that center mark, or that center stake, and then weave my final dyed piece of reed right next to it. And that is my initial center of the snowflake. You want this to measure 4 inches across. So 4 inches from one side to the other, and then rotate it so that you're looking at the corner, and you're going to bring your pieces around underneath. Put some wood glue on the end. I'm using Gorilla wood glue here because it dries the same color as the reed. And then use the metal clamps to clamp these in place. The short end should match up with the long edge of these pieces of reed so that you end up with a nice curved shape in the corners of the snowflake. Clamp those in place to hold them together, and then rotate, and you're going to do the 2 pieces on the outside corners and then the 2 pieces just to the sides of that. So put the glue on the end there, and I put a liberal amount of glue in order to glue these pieces together. It does take quite a bit to keep the stakes adhered together. Clamp that in place, and then you'll do the next 2 pieces, and these are the natural colored reed. Put glue on the end there, layer them on top of each other, and then clamp them with the metal clamp. And you're going to do the same process for each corner, for both the dyed corner pieces and the natural corner pieces on this section of snowflake. Now this is 1/2 of the snowflake completed, so continue by weaving a second section, and I'm doing this side different than the first side. So my center stake for this side of the snowflake is going to be natural. I'll weave 2 dyed reeds on either side of this with 2 natural pieces on the outsides. So the order will be a natural, a dyed, a natural, a dyed, a natural. And now repeat this pattern, weaving in the other direction. So a natural down the center, 2 dyed pieces on either side of that, and then 2 naturals to the outsides. Again, this center square should measure 4 to 4.5 inches across, and then you're going to repeat the corner gluing like we did for the first piece. The first sections will be the natural, and then the second sections will be the 2 dyed pieces, and you'll do this for each corner of the snowflake. Once those are all glued and clamped, flip this piece over, and we're going to grab the first piece we created, shift it slightly so that the round sections fit to the center of that bottom section, and the center stakes that we didn't glue, those pieces we're going to tuck in or pull up depending on where they sit on the snowflake, and they are going to match up with each of the sections of the snowflake legs or arms, and we're going to glue them in place. So the glue hasn't dried under the clamps yet, so we're going to add some glue to these middle sections and layer 3 layers to dry in place. So as you're working on this, you'll hold the clamped pieces together as you clamp in the third piece. So I'm going to take this clamp off, hold it together so I can put this new piece in place and clamp it. And I want that center piece right down the center of these rounded stakes. And you'll do this same process for each of the sections of the snowflake so that all of the pieces are glued together. Finish all of the sections so that each piece is clamped in place, and then allow your snowflake to dry. This can take sometimes overnight depending on the humidity in your area. Once it's dry, you can remove all of the clamps and trim down any corner pieces that are sticking up, but your snowflake is ready to use. You can put a hanger of some sort in the end and hang it up as an ornament or a wall decoration, put it on top of as a tree topper for a Christmas tree, or come up with some other unique use for these. I have here several different versions, including some dyed reed and different sizes of reed, adding additional lengths to the woven structure. Like this one, I added a 3rd strand, so I have 3 strands per corner, and so I got a different kind of structure, also using different size reed. This one I did in 2-tone, so you have 2 different colors of reed, and this one is the natural traditional Carolina snowflake in the same size reed, using 2 strands per, or 3 strands if you consider this one, per corner. Well, I hope you had fun making snowflakes or found this tutorial inspiring to make a snowflake. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you in another Vlogmas video. Until next time, happy making. See you later. Bye.